It's been about a year and a half since I got my ducks, and I've learned a lot. In the end, all animals are quite similar. They all want our time and attention, especially when we bond with them. My ducks see me as part of their flock. During mating season, the trait becomes more dominant and the pecking order really matters, but now that it's autumn, they're calm again. This is Bubi during mating season, before he started losing his feathers. I usually let them out around 7:30 a.m., even though it's still dark here in Spain because of the time zone. They are not as eager to rush out as they were in summer, so they're more chill and cozy.
Lili. Ait.
When I wake up, I take the peas out of the freezer. I let them sit in the room temperature, and then I pour the hot water over them so that they're the perfect temperature for them to eat. During the molting season, you have feathers everywhere and it's quite messy, but that's a part of duck's life. During this period, it is highly recommendable to increase the protein intake, also provide them with balanced grains and greens diet and fresh water, and also try to give them a bucket filled with water so they can easily clean their feathers. Occasionally, you can also give them supplements such as brewer's yeast for B vitamins and also apple cider vinegar, which you add a few drops per liter, which is for overall health. During the morning, I try to clean their cage and start the day.
Ajde, idemo da... Idem da se družim sa vama malo, ajde.
Just like all animals, ducks show emotions. You can tell if they're happy, scared, or annoyed by the tone of their quacks or by their posture. Loud quacks usually mean they want something. Quiet ones mean they're content. When they're nervous, their feathers puff up. They always wait for me in the same spot, right outside the window where I work. It reminds me of my old dog, Snoopy. He also liked sitting where he could see me. This spot, though, is a bit tricky to maintain since they sit there all the time, no grass grows. It's just mud mixed with small stones and stepping stones around it. I wash it often, but it still gets messy. So I'm planning to replace these small stepping stones with one big flat stone or even make my own cement step to make cleaning easier. They always wait for me there because they feel safe. My ducks spend their days preening, baiting, and occasionally mating, which is now a rare occurrence since it is the molting season. When I'm not around, they usually rest near the fence. Even though they're outdoors, it still feels like I'm walking them. They follow me everywhere. After a meal, they like to nap, and it's honestly one of the most relaxing things to watch. Looking back, the garden used to feel empty. Now, with them around, it's alive. They help me slow down, reconnect with nature, and take a break from the daily rush. If I move too fast or carry a big stick or mop, they get scared. So I always try to move calmly and talk softly. It makes a huge difference. You should never chase runner ducks. They've kept the traits of a prey animal, and when you run after them, their instinct immediately tells them to flee. I learned that years ago with my bunny. I used to let her run freely in the garden, and if I wanted her to come back inside, it always had to be on her terms. Chasing her never worked, and sadly, one day, When I didn't have time to bring her in, a stray cat entered the garden and killed her. Luckily, since I got ducks, cats have stopped entering my garden. It seems that they know this place isn't as quiet and easy as it used to be. We can't really change their nature, it's just the way it is. The best we can do is understand it and earn their trust instead of forcing them.
Lili, Bubi, yum yum.
I stopped using plastic containers for their food and water. Now everything is stainless steel, much safer and longer lasting. Be careful though, some metal buckets are coated, and once the coating wears off, they can become toxic. I also avoid all chemical sprays. If I ever need to treat something, I use natural options like diatomaceous earth or rapeseed oil. Ducks are very sensitive to chemicals and perfumes. The pond water mixed with their poop has made the garden thrive, especially the clover. I've even stopped mowing and just trim occasionally. It feels more natural now. The grass is growing back thanks to a mesh cover I put down. It keeps the ducks from digging into the mud. Originally, I was planning to move it after the grass grows, but I decided to leave it for now. We also fixed the roof over their area. It used to move with the wind, but now it's wired securely. Sometimes I dry my clothes outside, and of course, Booby has to play with the laundry rack. I ended up selling my lawnmower because, as you can see, it was damaging my soil and I don't have enough grass for it, so I just use a trimmer occasionally. One day, I noticed my drake's penis was out and didn't retract right away. That can happen briefly during mating, but if it stays out, it's an emergency. You have to act fast. It can cause infection or even death if untreated. The main causes are aggressive mating, muscle weakness, or dirty swimming water. If this happens, take the duck to a vet immediately. Isolate the duck. Keep the area clean and moist and use a bit of hemorrhoid cream if you have it around, but don't wait to get help. Did you know that very few birds actually have penises? But the Argentine lake duck, Oxyra vittata, has the longest one of any bird, about 42 centimeters. That's almost the same length as its whole body. Nature is full of surprises. For a while, we had a big rat issue around the building. Turns out one neighbor had been leaving huge open bags of food outside for his animals, a total buffet for rats. So this problem actually lasted for more than 10 years for other neighbors. In my case, it was around 6. So imagine how much money was wasted and time. So after he and his animals moved out, the rats disappeared too. Sometimes the solution isn't what you do, but what changes around you. Lily started laying eggs in February almost every day, but around mid-September she stopped. That's normal. When ducks molt, they need more energy for new feathers, so egg production pauses. The weather here in the north of Spain is still wonderful and summer-like, so maybe we'll have more eggs soon. The main reason I don't hatch their eggs is that I don't have space for more. It gets quite complicated when you have too many ducks. I mentioned some of these problems in my previous video. Check it out. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments. Once those ducklings grow up, you have to make sure they don't mate with their own parents, something that's easy to avoid in the wild but not in an enclosure. There is also more competition and hence can get hurt. So keeping the right ratio is really important. Check out my other video for more about it. And I do, however, occasionally give
Haydi
eggs to
Lili,
people
Bubi.
who have enough space and an incubator.
Haydi.
When it's bedtime, I usually gather some dandelion leaves and put them in a bucket with water inside a cage. That way, they have something fresh to munch on while they wait for the morning.
Ajde. Ajde, idemo. Ajde, idemo unutra. Uđi unutra, ajde. Bravo. Bravo, dobre patkice. Bravo. Ćao, Mico.
Ducks make the garden feel alive and peaceful, but it's not for everyone. They need love, time, and daily care.
Malo da te vidim bolje, čekaj. Tako. Tako, Mico. Bravo. Gde ste? Lili, Bubi. Gde je mala Lili?
Life with ducks isn't always clean or easy, but it's absolutely worth it. They're smart, emotional, and full of personality, and my garden will never be the same without them. Write if you have any questions, and I will incorporate them in the next video. If you like this content, please like and follow up for support. Thank you.